In 1989, the Sega Genesis was introduced in the United States, and it came along with this controller. Now, many people, including me, consider this to be the best 2D controller ever made, hands down. It is incredibly comfortable to hold, all of the buttons are easily accessible, and even after hours of gameplay, your hands will not cramp up. However, this controller became quickly outdated when games such as Super Street Fighter II were ported to the Sega Genesis. This controller is compatible with it, but to switch from punches to kicks, you have to hit the start button. It becomes very clumsy and awkward and doesn't work very well. What Sega did to remedy this is they came out with a 6-button controller. It looks very similar to this, however the controller is smaller, which was a terrible design move, and the other 3 buttons, the X, Y, and Z button, were also smaller, which made it very clumsy to use. When you went to go use the X, Y, and Z button, your finger would slip off. It just was very awkward and was a very poor design. I did not like the Sega Genesis official 6-button controller. So what is a young man in his gaming prime supposed to do when he needs to pwn noobs in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3? Step aside, you little bitch. This big black stick is in town. This is the Asciiware Fighter Stick SG6 for the Sega Genesis, and this is an incredible arcade stick. Let's take a look at some of the features here. We have the A, B, and C, X, Y, and Z buttons. As you see, they're all equal in size, which is awesome. And on top of it, they have a very arcade response and feel. We have turbo buttons separately for the X, Y, Z, A, B, and C buttons. On top of it too, not only do you have turbo, you also have an auto feature. This actually allows you, like in shooters, to just keep the turbo on so you can just keep shooting without having to hold down the button, which is amazing. On top of it too, if you look down here, bring it closer to the camera, there is an adjustable turbo, so you can have the turbo go slower or faster. It works okay, but honestly a lot of times it depends on the video game, not that how fast you could use the turbo. It has a slow motion feature, which is just pause really fast, nothing special. It has your mode button and your start button. Now the arcade stick itself is actually excellent. It has a little divot to put your hand. I wish it was a little bit clickier and a little less mushy, but it still works very well. I used this with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 and Super Street Fighter 2, and this is such a difference from using the regular D-pad. Now this actually came to me in mint condition. I got this for $9.95, and if you look at this, I don't know if you can see it up close, this has never been used before. There is no fingerprints on it, no wear on it at all. I mean, look at, you can tell usually by the rubber feet on the bottom. If this thing was used a lot, it used to be worn down to nothing. This thing is brand new, and I actually have the box for it, so let's take a look at that. Alright, so let's take a look at the box. Now, first off, before I even read anything off of it, look how much this box reeks of the 90s. This arcade stick came out in 1993. If you look at the box, it looks like when you open it up, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch are going to come out and start hip thrusting you to death. Alright, let's take a look up close here. You got the Fighter Stick SG6, the ultimate 6-button arcade fighting stick. And it gives you all the features in front, nothing special there. Like I said, you gotta love the multicolor, super duper, let's make sure it looks like 1993 box. Gives you a bunch of pictures on the side, little plug for the Sega CD because it came out in 1993. Shows you all the features on the back, which I already went through with you, so I don't have to explain it again. And let's take a look inside. Got some cardboard here. Like I said, this thing was brand spanking new. I don't think that Dragon's Den knew what they had, because if they did, this thing probably would have been like 50 bucks. And we got that at the bottom here. Take this out. Jeez, come on. Alright, got instructions for it, just in case you are certified to be a moron and you have to learn how to plug your controller into your Sega Genesis. Have the warranty for it. I should send this in. I wonder if it's not void yet. Ba-dum-bum. Tells you about the limited warranty, which I'm sure this thing is well beyond that. It's pretty cool to have, though. I mean, it definitely shows you that this thing was either very well taken care of or just never used. I'm going to assume the latter, because any 13-year-old kid who had this would have probably taken a dump on it when they were done with it. But very cool stuff. So my final verdict on the Asciiware Fighter Stick SG6 is a huge thumbs up. This thing is incredible. It has great response. It works well with any kind of Genesis game, including platformers. This is the ultimate controller for your Sega Genesis, and I strongly recommend to any of you out there who are a Genesis fan to go pick this one up. For more gaming and technology reviews, go to youtube.com/ReviewTechUSA. Thank you for watching. Still looking for the friggin' Marky Mark in here somewhere. I'll make him feel the vibration. Damn it. Marky Mark, where are you?